Two teams here, each off to 1-0 starts as this one is underway on EA Sports. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
Throwing on first down.
Fields. Oh, he's going to take it. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And all the way in for a Cincinnati score. A big play there. His second touchdown on the season as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Point after, right down the middle. And it's now a 7-0 game. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
And that drives coaches insane, doesn't it? When they see that happen, it just doesn't feel right, does it? Plus, you're giving up yardage.
Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 at the 40. From the gun, it's Mahomes. And he fires one that's intercepted. He's picked off at his own 46. And they will finally get him, but not until he's all the way down inside the 15-yard line. They could not ask for a worse start. You give up a touchdown on the game's opening drive, and then you turn right around and throw the interception on your very first play.
And this is where the coaching staff has to earn its money because they've got to calm these guys down a little bit. Just as you noted, a horrendous start, both sides of the ball. But now the defense, which gave up an opening drive touchdown, they've got to go out there now and start playing like the team they want to be.
It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
The short field shrinks even more with the type of bodies they brought in on that play. Those extra tight ends, they weren't able to secure their blocks, and that one ended up going backwards.
The loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. It'll be a loss of a yard, and they'll be facing a 3rd and 12. Operating from the gun, Fields. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. Way too tight, unable to find anyone open.
And that hits off the left upright, and it caroms away, no good. And this score will stay right where it is. And no mistaking that sound. It reverberated through the whole stadium.
And it's the sound Brandon no kicker wants to hear. It looked like he had it on target the whole way, but the upright said,
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. They had the interception last time. It led to the opening touchdown. So now 7-0 the score as they start 1st and 10. On 1st down, Dobbins. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. That'll set him back with a loss of 3 on the play. And it'll bring up a 2nd and 13. Looking to throw is Mahomes. Forced out to his left. And incomplete. He tried to leave it underneath, nearly got picked. They may be lucky to have that one back. Third down.
Well, nearly another interception there. That would have been 2 drives in a row with a pick. He's got to start taking care of the ball way better than what we're seeing.
Interestingly, that throw was probably worse than the one he threw the interception on last drive, but fell incomplete. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down.
Here we go.
Working from the gun, Mahomes. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off at about the 31. And he will score. Touchdown, Cincinnati. Now the extra point try forthcoming. And it's good, and they have jumped out here to a quick 14-0 first quarter lead. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. This is taken at the 3. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And job one here, Charles, just keep possession of the football. 2 drives, 2 turnovers to this point.
You're exactly right, Doctor. Hippocratic oath. First, do no harm. And right now, they're harming themselves on offense.
I like that. No one is mistaking me for a doctor, though. But thank you, Dr. Davis.
Second and 6 at the 26-yard line.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Mahomes going to throw. One deep left. It got his man. Complete. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. It'll go as an impressive 31-yard gain.
Yellow.
Shotgun snap to Mahomes. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. And nearly picked off there. Almost intercepted. Instead, 2nd down.
My man's getting a little loose with the football there, right? Interception before, almost had one here. He's got to start taking better care of it.
It really should have been back-to-back drives with interceptions. He's lucky there. So 2nd down, still 10 yards to go. Ball on the 43. Now here's Mahomes. Going up top. And that will be incomplete. Trying to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
What I loved about meeting with these coaches before the game is we didn't even have to ask any questions. They told us that they were going to be aggressive and push the ball downfield. They weren't successful on that play, but look for them to try it again later.
Throwing is Mahomes on 3rd. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
Let's go. At their own 20-yard line.
The Bengals drive about to get going. And they have to feel like they missed on an opportunity for points last time when they couldn't connect on that short field goal try.
And no doubt about it, because they were counting on those points. In today's NFL, let's face it, that's really a chip shot, right?
That's anything inside 40.
Yeah, they're counting on that going through the post. But we've seen it happen to teams before. Some of the best kickers in the world can miss kicks like that. Can they come back now and redeem themselves?
After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20.
Get off the field.
Now a handoff looking right. He'll get about 3 as he's taken down at the 23.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
Force the incompletion on first down. Then you're able to shut down the running play on second.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going at the quarterback in an expected passing situation.
To throw on third down. Fields. And that is incomplete. He shook his head right when he released that throw. He knew it was going to be a little off target.
Yeah, the excitement got him on that one. Wasn't able to control the fact the receiver was open, and it would have been an easy throw.
He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. That's taken on the 25. 12 yards on the return that time. And the Raiders will take over now 1st and 10. A first update now out of Jacksonville. The Jets out to the early lead. And we'll keep an eye on that one as our game goes along here. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Now a handoff here to his running back. And that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down. Now on 2nd and 13. Mahomes eluding the pressure right. And he's going to keep it here. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. That one a broken play, but it ends up being a good play. The scramble goes for 20.
Looks to me, partner, like he's learned a little bit because earlier in the game, I think he was trying to force a lot of throws into some windows that just weren't open.
Yeah, the interceptions had plagued him, especially a second interception, really a bad throw. So maybe a better decision there.
Yeah, no doubt about it. I think he learned from earlier in the game, and he's applying it now.
Yeah, boy, this defense again really making things tough on him as they stop him for no gain. Jesse Bates made the tackle from his safety spot.
2nd and 10 at the 47-yard line.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10.
Hey, watch the left, watch the left. He don't know no better.
They'll run it now out of the gun. He'll get about 4 here, down to the 43-yard line.
When you find that kind of yardage, you couldn't be more confident as a ball carrier. And guess what? You're going to go back and tell your offensive coordinator, I'd like to keep carrying it, thank you.
And now on 3rd down, they'll need to get it to the 36 to pick up the first.
Switch, 15.
Now Mahomes. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
The one with the dime look that time on defense just flooded the field with defensive backs, blanketed everyone, took away all the passing angles, thus the incompletion.
Here's the Raiders punter now as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. And this is going to be ruled out, I think, just inside the 20. Yes, it will. Side judge calls it at the 19-yard line. The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means they're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Well, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33.
He's crashing. He's checking crowd. Check nickel.
Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
You got him.
Well, we saw them there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
Check.
To throw on second down. Fields. Complete to right. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a third down. Ready for the second quarter from Cincinnati. It's the Bengals with the football here. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports.
Here we go. Touch the outlaw. Number 53. Mike 53. Here we go.
From the gun on third down. Fields. Got a man. It's right. Third catch of this first half for him, and this one is a first down.
A little football 101 there. You just see the receiver try to run down the defender, meaning he goes right at him and really trying to move him a little bit towards the center of the field so he can put his foot in the ground and break to the out, to the sideline, and make a catch.
3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half, maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter games turn into bigger runs later.
And they're well past midfield, just a yard or two shy of the 40. It's a Bengal first down, a pickup of 11. So here's a 1st and 10 now in Raider territory at the 42-yard line.
Whip. Go. Watch the whip.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they'll stop him behind the line. It'll be a loss of 1, and it'll be 2nd and 11.
Brings up 2nd and 11 at the 43-yard line.
Watch the run. Check 24. Check safety. 52.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll be brought down at about the 42. The second down play, not much better than the first, just a gain of 1 there.
But we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
On third down, Fields. And that will be incomplete.
Well, he'd been targeted quite a bit on this drive, and finally I think the guys on the defensive side, they said no more. They slapped the double coverage on him, made it very tough for him to get the ball.
And I don't think this has the carry. It does not. It's no good. And this score will stay right where it is. Well, it's still a good-sized lead, so they haven't necessarily needed him, but this is now 2 missed field goals for him in this game so far.
Yeah, and the question now is, will he be prepared when they do need him? Whether that's later in this game or sometime down the line, having a kicker you can count on is definitely imperative.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And they're in a bind early here, down 14-0. Are you worried at this stage or still too early?
You're worried. You're just trying not to transmit it to the rest of your team. You want to make sure that they stay positive. But at the same time, you're wondering, how are we going to move the football? What do we have on this play sheet that can work? Get back to basics is usually your answer. And make sure you find the guy who can move the ball fastest for you if you just get it in his hands.
Yeah, still second quarter. You get points on the board here. I think you're feeling okay. On second down now, Dobbins. And he still has yet to get on track in this first half as they're going to stop him behind the line. That'll wind up going for a loss of 4. And it'll be third down.
Yellow.
Throwing now is Mahomes. Dancing to his left. And he's going to get this inside the 30. A third down gain of 19.
On any given pass play, you never know exactly where your exit points are going to be. On this play, he was flushed to his left, still on the run, able to accurately throw the football for a nice first down.
Mahomes now on first down. He's going to find his running back. It's complete. It's a gain of 6 on the play, and it'll be a second down.
Not only did we just see back-to-back nice gains, but we're also seeing the confidence rise, not just for the guy who caught it, but the guy throwing it as well.
And these back-to-back catches here out of the backfield, that can set something up downfield in a later sequence, right?
A lot of the time, it starts to draw the defense closer to the line of scrimmage. So to your point, show this swing pass, show this check down. Maybe later on you heave one deep and you catch them close to the spot.
The Raiders on third down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1. And he gets this down to the 18. Good enough for a first down. They needed a yard. They got it. First down.
Well, he hasn't made much of an impact in the running game thus far. And after that last run, not much is going to change in that area.
He hasn't been able to get anything going, and really the offensive line not helping him much. A lot of attention paid this week in practice to red zone offense. The coach was optimistic about how it went. We'll see. And just a couple yards there down to the 17.
Your trip is here, baby. Your trip is here.
Down at the 17-yard line. 2 yards.
2 minutes to play, first half. It's 14-0. A reminder, coming up at halftime, we'll head to Orlando. Standing by there, Jonathan Coachman. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL in his second week of the regular season. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. It'll be a gain of 5, but still about 3 yards shy of the first down marker, and now it's 3rd down. To throw, it's Mahomes. Escaping the pressure right. And that's going to be caught for a Raider touchdown. A 12-yard touchdown grab as they are now on the board here in the first half. So he scrambled right but was able to look back toward the middle of the end zone to find the target.
As you know, in this game, sometimes you just have to know when to break the rules because we all know most guys throwing the football are taught never throw back into the middle of the field on a scramble. He did it and got away with it for a touchdown.
Instinct sometimes, right? They just take over.
Instinct and vision. Sometimes you just see people who are open, you're able to get it to them.
And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
At their own 22-yard line.
The Bengals drive about to get going. Still more than a minute to go, so there is time if they want to mount something here.
Not only time, but
nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Protection certainly going to need to be a bit better here on 2nd and 16. 2nd and long. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off near the 26. Well, this was a 14-0 game not too long ago. Things were looking pretty good. Then you give up the touchdown on the last drive. Now the interception.
So that's a lesson in trying to stay vigilant, isn't it? You have to stay on top of things. Can't relax too much because, as you noted, things change. Now they've got to go out there and get a spark going again and try and slow down this comeback.
Yellow! I'm the blue lady!
So after the INT, here's Mahomes. Steps away to his left. He's going to take off with it. The improv on the scramble there gets him 6, and it'll be 2nd down.
Okay, he's not going to get the first down, but this is still a nice job of buying some time and then running to get to the sideline and get out of bounds and avoid the big hit.
On 2nd down, Dobbins. And on this one, he'll get to the 15, right at the 15-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
Exactly what they needed right there because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
Easy.
Running game working. They'll stick with it on first down. And effective running here. He'll take it down inside the 10. The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts as they get it right at the 32nd mark of this first half. A good run got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3. Now they try the right side here. And he is in. Touchdown, Raiders. A great play there. His 2nd touchdown on the season as they are an extra point away now from tying this football game. Extra point splits the uprights. And we've got a tie game here in a back-and-forth first half. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. This is taken at the 3. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. You've got less than 30 seconds left here in the half. You're well on your own side of the field. What are we doing here, Coach Davis?
Well, I'm trying something on first down. And it's something that's safe. It's something that's been done many times before. A lot of people say it's not even worth trying, but I'm running a draw. I'm running a screen. I'm seeing if something pops. And if it does, that can alter my strategy.
And he fires one that's intercepted. He's picked off at his own 46. And he's given his guys a shot for late points as they will take over in range for a field goal or maybe more. Throwing on first down is Mahomes. And this is going to be intercepted. Zach Cunningham with a pick. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half. The Bengals drive about to get going. Time here for likely one play, and then these two teams will head to the locker room all even.
And you know the play caller's just feeling it right now. Let's go ahead and go for this one. A big shot downfield. Nope. Guarantee the head coach is like, don't get crazy. Take the knee. Let's get out of here. Tie game. We'll just start all over.
Line of scrimmage, the 28 now as they come up on 2nd and a couple. A final shot before break. Fields. And he's going to go down. Couldn't get a throw off with the pressure. Maybe that was for the best as that brings us to the end of this first half of play. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. And ready to get the party started for the second half. It was an even first half, all tied on the scoreboard. This one taken from the 7. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line.
Let's go!
At their own 29-yard line.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. First half showed us some pretty good offense. Tie game, we'll see what the second half brings.
And it'll be interesting because I think both sides feel pretty good about what their offenses are doing. Got to wonder what adjustments are being made defensively to try and get a spark and maybe slow down the other side.
But here, do you change up anything on this opening drive?
Not offensively, you don't. You got everything going your way. You've probably prepared for maybe some change-ups you might expect, but overall, you like what your game plan's showing you.
On second down now, Dobbins, and he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. The pickup goes for 16 and a Raider first down.
First downs have not come easy, and neither have runs like this throughout this game.
Absolutely not. He finally felt like, whoa, a sigh of relief. We got something going in the running game.
Get in the weight room.
Looking middle, and that's complete. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. Give him 12 yards that time and an Oakland first down. If you're going to blitz, likely going to leave you in man coverage with this guy, and that is less than ideal.
It is, because just about any offense that has an elite receiver, if you blitz and have him in man coverage, you're going to him, even if he has an elite defender on him, because he usually knows where the ball is before the defender does.
Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
They'll keep it on the ground. Dobbins, and tough sledding. He'll get maybe a yard. Stop short of the 35.
Tough day. Tough sledding right there, and it's been that way the entire game. Not a whole lot of room to ramble for him.
Yeah, you're right. It's been that way all afternoon. Didn't get a whole lot better there. From the gun on 3rd down, Mahomes. He can run for it, and he will. So no sack. He gets back to the line of scrimmage, but it'll still bring up a 4th down.
And while he did a good job of sliding around in the pocket, there was nowhere to go with the football, so he had to take off and try and run. He just got back to the line of scrimmage, no gain.
And this is right down the middle as he puts it through, and they take a 17-14 lead. Well, they don't get a touchdown here on the opening drive of the 3rd quarter, but I think maybe you still say mission accomplished as they come away with the lead.
No, absolutely. You keep the pressure on, right? You go downfield, get some points up on the board, and hope that you've motivated your defense to take the field and hold that lead.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half 2.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of the second?
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12 to 16. I think in the second half, you're really scripting more like 8 to 10. Kind of a starter or an opener, whatever terminology they use. Just something to get you off to a quick start.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Fields. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down. We have not seen a whole lot of wide-open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's moves all game long, and they've been on the spot just about every time.
And they've held him in check on the scoreboard. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off at the 36. And they will finally stop him, but a great return gets that football all the way down to the 16-yard line. So now he's equaled his interception total from a week ago. Remember, Charles, he had 3 last week.
And you know, all week long he vowed to take that number down. Told the guys on the team, don't worry, things are going to pick up. I've got this. But he is in a major league rut right now. Let's see if his teammates can pick him up along the way.
You're right. He talked about being cool, calm, collective, rebounding. Not rebounding right here.
Doubling this guy has to be a priority before moving up to the next level, because the big fella, he just ate that one alive, just stuffed it. In fact, before the game, he was talking to us, and he's like, hey, these pants make me look fat? And we said, nah, man, you're just a whole lot of guy.
He is at well over 300 pounds. He's a big man. After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11.
Coming to you, coming to you.
Mahomes now to throw. Being chased out left. Throwing left side here, and it's complete. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
Meanwhile, on third down, they take a shot at the end zone, but it's incomplete. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning, hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces fourth down. And his kick here is good. And they stretch the lead to 6. It's 20-14 now. They got the interception, but very little movement after, and that forces them to settle for 3. And it does feel like settling when that happens, doesn't it?
It certainly does, but we got to give a lot of credit where it's due, and that's to the defense because they've ran onto the field. This is what we call sudden change, right? Interception, you got to go put out the fire, and they did, holding them to a field goal.
The Bengals drive about to get going. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27.
I have to think a major focus of the halftime meetings had to be figuring out how to create space for the running game to get operating.
Well, what you pointed out to me at half seems accurate. That line has struggled to sustain blocks.
Yeah, I would agree with that totally. They've got to focus on staying on their double teams at the first level, make sure that block's secured before they slide off and try and chip someone at the second level.
To throw on third down, Fields. And that is incomplete.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. On is the punt team now as this one's sent away. Taken in at the 22. A nice job on the return there, 16 yards. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And they had 3 points last time, but they didn't want 3 points because they were well within range of scoring a touchdown. We'll see if they can do better now.
I'm with you on that one. Let's just go ahead and be frank about the whole thing. The only one happy about the 3-point?
The kicker.
Exactly. You put it through the post. That's going to help him at contract time. But that offense, they're thinking, let's get in the end zone this time.
I don't know if that helped him at contract time. You could have kicked that one through.
I don't know about that.
Toe bash.
I don't know about
toe bashed it.
Super toe.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. Here's Mahomes to throw. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
You get a tight end like this, and you know he's used to dishing out punishment, but here, he's the one that has to absorb the contact, and as a result, unable to hold on to the football.
Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. He's caught on the sideline, but he's not going to have a 1st down. They say he was out of bounds, so a big call there. That brings up 4th. Here's the Raiders punter now as he's on here to punt it away. And he uncorks a beauty. Best of the day. And not what he was hoping for there as this will hit in the end zone for a touchback. The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20.
I got you, boy. I got you, boy. 53's the mark. 53. Check 53.
To throw again. Fields. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, 3rd down.
And now offensively it's 3rd and 10, and I'm just thinking to myself, actors always say, what's my motivation before a big scene? Right now the play caller's thinking, what have I done before that's worked well that I can go to right now?
Yeah, because they were pretty successful in the first half scoring points. Haven't done anything so far here in the second half. Wright's got it. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. That one good for 15, and the Bengals get a first down. This quarterback now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's 1st and 10. Back to throw. Fields. And they are going to set up shop at the 40-yard line.
Intercepted by the Raiders. His guys take over 1st and 10 at the 40-yard line.
A lone second remains now in this 3rd quarter.
Here I come again. Here I come again. Here I come again.
15. On 1st and 10, here's Mahomes. He's got a man. That's caught. Left sideline. And they move this all the way down to the 9. Back now in Cincinnati. It's the Raiders with the lead and the football here as we get ready to start quarter number 4. So 1st and goal, 6 points here would go a long way toward wrapping this one up. And to give this time to the tailback. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Raider touchdown. A great effort there. His first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the forced turnover on defense leads to 6 points. Mahomes now going to lead his guys up for the 2-point try. They're going to keep it on the ground. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This is taken at the 3. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. The Bengals drive about to get going.
Watch the twist, watch the twist.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's 2nd down. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11.
Begin. Watch twist. Watch twist. Out.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And he takes this up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. 12 yards that time and a Cincinnati first down.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I can just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there, I'm going to tackle this guy. By the 4th quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down 4th quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. It's a gain of 13, and the Bengals have a first down. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. Give him 3 on 1st down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
What's the old expression, 3 yards in a cloud of dust? In this case, it's dust-covered pellets. It's no longer that old grass that we used to play on, right, and chew it up. Now we've got that artificial surface. You see the pellets go up. Still a nice play by the defense.
Here's a 2nd and 7. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. And he's going to have another 1st down as the tackle comes at the Raiders' 23. But correct me if I'm wrong, you're down 2 scores. I don't think you need to rush just yet, but you can't take your time either.
Yeah, even if you don't want to commit to full 2-minute offense, you have to up the tempo, up the urgency. Maybe you're starting to call 2 plays in a huddle each time you snap the ball.
He's got the 1st down inside the 10. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Bengal TD. 23 yards for the touchdown as his guys are back within a single score. Extra point right down the middle. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. A 5-point game now as here comes the kickoff.
The Raiders take over 1st and 10 at their own 35-yard line.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. They're holding on right now to that slim advantage in a 1-score game. And you hear a lot about 2-minute offense and 4-minute offense. Obviously, the 4-minute offense applies here. How do they run that effectively?
Yeah, really what the 4-minute offense is you're just trying to grind the clock. So you want consistent gains, steady gains. Doesn't have to be big plays, but it has to be plays that gets 1st downs and keeps the ball away from your opponent.
But certainly throwing the ball is in the mix here.
It certainly is. Just make sure that you're careful with it. And again, get those 1st downs, keep possession of the football.
Throwing on 2nd and 14. Mahomes. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. A Raider 1st down, 17 yards. This is something you got to be wary of defensively. I mean, just because they're in the mode of trying to burn some clock doesn't mean they won't pass it, and they got good yardage out of that one.
Yeah, and really, when you're looking at it, now they've got a fresh set of downs. Look for 2nd down. If they want to take another shot and try and loosen things up, that'd be the time to do it.
They'll run on 1st down. Dobbins, and I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. That sends him 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to 2nd down.
2nd and 12 at the 46-yard line.
Clock continuing to run. They'll probably wind this all the way before snapping it on 2nd down. Here we go on 2nd and 12. And he finds a man with a crossing route. A little too aggressive defensively, and the flag comes out.
And no one trying to cover is going to like a call going against them, but you have to like the effort there. Went for the interception, just unable to get it, and the flag did come out.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Back to throw here. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. He'll get the 1st down and more inside the 20. And finally wrestled down at the 11. 23 yards on the play.
These guys are running offense like you drive. The pedal is down, stomped down. How about that? Back-to-back completions. They are rolling.
So much for being conservative and running that football.
Let's go one more.
On 1st down. Dalvin's trying to run inside, but nothing there. Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down.
Perfectly designed blitz right there. They took that one from the grease board to the field because they were able to free up their linebacker to get into the backfield and spill the play.
And they give this time to the tailback. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. Call it a loss of 2 on the play. And that's going to lead to a 3rd and 12. Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes. And we've got a 1-score game. So it's Raider football as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. On 3rd down, Dalvin's. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. And now right out of the 2-minute break, we'll get a timeout used defensively with 1:56 to go. And his kick is good. And high fives for that one as that drive ends in 3. But from a defensive perspective, though, I think maybe they're saying, hey, we did what we needed to do, kept this a 1-score game.
Yeah, without a doubt, because they were able to bleed some time off the clock, right? Put themselves in a good position, but it's not out of reach yet, okay? Being able to hold them to a field goal means that they do have a chance to come back and win this game.
The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
2nd and 10 now from the 27.
53, Mike.
Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's 3rd down. The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down. They'll look to throw. And he finds Hamilton. That's complete. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. 10 yards there on a Bengal first.
Partner, they're clearly saving those timeouts, but they still have to work with some urgency to put themselves in the right position.
Back to throw. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game.
I think normally we would talk about this more with basketball players and football players, but let's adopt it in this case. He's a stat sheet stuffer.
Had the interception earlier, now a sack. What, he just needs a touchdown for the trifecta.
That's about all he needs, and he's going to go for it.
Back to throw. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And, oh, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off at the 18. Yet another interception, and I just had to double-check my math. But it is now 8 between last week and this week.
Well, I just used a calculator. I didn't worry about double-checking it. But the thing that always throws me when you see quarterbacks in this type of a bad spot, they're trying to figure out what they can do to change it, and sometimes they try too hard, and they never get out of it. And that's where he is right now. He's just locked in a really bad way.
And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. Solid gain of 18 and a Raider first down. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Now Mahomes. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off near the 29. Charles, whatever's going on between his ears right now, it's just not completely calculated correctly. 7 picks between last week and this week after that one.
And they always say the most important part of a player is those 6 inches between them.
Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And the Raiders pick it up. So they will set up shop. Excellent field position in the red zone at the 19-yard line. And they were hoping to get down there, get the score, and get this thing into overtime. How deflating.
Absolutely. I mean, let's face it, heartbreaking. They had an opportunity, had a chance, and probably were feeling pretty good about what was going on, and that was taken away from them by their own mistake.
Yep, the opportunity squashed. Now after the fumble recovery, it's Mahomes. Flush to his right. Looking for his running back, and he's got it. And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. It'll be a gain of 6, and it's a 2nd down.
Yellow.
So this one, a victory for the Oakland Raiders. And you've got to say, CD, it was the defense who had a